Hi, listen. Um, I'm just making this video. I'm not in very good spirits or I'm in kind of pain, but there's never really a good time, so I just had to do it. Thank you for in addition to donating before doing another collection for me. I didn't expect that. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's been very difficult. Basically, every day I wake up about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm in excruciating pain when I wake up. It's like my nerves have gone through a grater, that I've had nails driven into my skull, and it feels like my entire spine has been electric shocked while I've been sleeping. Um, and I've not really been sleeping, it's just the sedative. So I don't feel, when I wake up, I don't feel that I've slept at all. And it's been the same for 6 months. So there's no restoration going on when I sleep. So I wake up, my whole body is just so weak. It's like an old man. My arms, my legs, I can't use my arms to push myself up to get out of bed. I just have to use the legs. And then I just go by the legs and I just fall down. And then I just get to the water and I take my medicines. And then I just try to get back onto the bed and I just sit up and wait for the medication to work. And it takes about 40 minutes. I start to get more strength in my body to counter the pain and the other symptoms. Um, Usually I then try to get into my armchair as like the next step to, to like normality, to strength. Um, and then I watch something for about an hour, like an hour documentary or something, or an hour program to pass the time. Um, Usually I watch things because that's all I can do. I can't read because I can't hold things. If I raise my arms, then I get just shocks of pain, stabs just in my skull, and that just completely, um, and then I feel I have to be sick, and I go and throw up, so I can't do that. So it's not my choice that I can only watch TV. It's just an activity where I'm not having to use my arms or move at all. Um, so then at lunchtime I have another dose, uh, uh, another dose, um, um, and then that usually the more doses I have, the more improvement. And then after that dose, I take some Valium with it, and then with that I try to, because my bedroom is very dark, but my living room is really bright because I don't have curtains for it yet, so, and it's got the windows from the balcony, so it's got a lot of windows, um, and so I go into there to try to kind of train myself to another level of difficulty to cope with the light, with my photophobia from the occipital neuralgia. Um, and it's another step to to uh, to being mobile. So I go into there and I sit on the sofa and I watch something else. Um, I usually, it depends on the day. Um, On Wednesday, I had to go to the doctor's, and I had no one to take me, which means that I have to take about a double or a triple dose. A lot of people don't know this, but if someone comes to see me, I also have to take a double or triple dose of medicine to be functionable for their visit. Otherwise, I'm just going to be unable to talk. Like with this video, I had to take a double dose. So to have like a visit or to go out, I need a triple dose, which means I have to take 3 times more than I should be taking, and that means I run out, which means I have to get emergency by the end of the week. My doctor knows this though. She knows that this issue with this. So I have no choice because I don't have a carer. I have to go. I have to have no choice. If I've got no one to take me, if Charles isn't available, then what can I do? I mean, I have to go to the doctor. Otherwise, I don't get my medicine box. That's the way it is. So I was 4 hours late for the doctors because the appointment was 11:30. So I rang in to tell them that tell my doctor that I was coming in late, but she knows that I do that. So I took another dose, an extra dose for the journey, and that dose worked a bit better. And then I set off for the doctors on Wednesday, but by the time I got there, the doses had worn off, so I started to get really bad, and I was getting suicidal with the pain because I knew I had no medications left at all. And I kept telling the reception that it was really urgent I see Dr. Murphy. But even though they've been warned by my doctor that they should immediately send me in and that I was a suicidal case, it's like they weren't taking it seriously, even though they know me after so many years. And I was just so angry. And I decided I just gave up, and I was walking to go to the train station to commit suicide because I was thinking, this is it. I've not got my medicine box. The pain's going to come back. I'll just commit suicide before that happens. A quick and easy death. But they grabbed me and said, come in now to Dr. Murphy. And I was really angry with them. I was like, does it really take me to do that for you to just take me to the doctor? Why did I end up having to get to that level? So I've just kind of lost my faith in people, that there's much empathy left with people. I think everyone just seems to have compassion fatigue, I think, as I call it. So that day on Wednesday, I kind of lost faith in people, really. I had faith until that point, but now I've lost, even with the fundraising, I've kind of lost faith that the systems work, that, you know. So, and my doctor's visit was very short because she had to squeeze me in, and I was just needing my medicine box, so we couldn't really discuss very much. So she just, we discussed the pain patch I'm going to be going on to imminently, and she told me I was to to come back on Monday, so to make an appointment to come back and to get the pain patch for next week. So and then I had to go to the cafe to recover and I got the medicines from the pharmacy, my new medicine box, and I took medicines to recover from the journey. And I needed a couple of hours to recover to make the return journey home, which I took. I now know that I've got to. I spoke to the pharmacist. I've got to go back to the doctor on Monday, and we're going to be getting the pain patch, the opiate pain patch, which will replace my tapentadol. So I'll still have all my other medicines, but just that one replacement. So that goes on my back or wherever, and it just means that because the problem is that with doses of tapentadol, the opiate, you get a morning dose, a lunchtime, an evening, and a night time, but then there's this gap between 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. with nothing at all. And the problem is for people with occipital neuralgia, the whole skull, we can't touch any of that on anything, including this part up here as well. So how are we supposed to sleep? Because we put that down on and touch that on anything, and we get just shocks and stabs and of really debilitating, excruciating pain, and it's impossible to sleep. The only way we do sleep is through sedatives, but because we're still in pain, the sleep we get is not a restorative kind of REM sleep, as they call it. We just get a very light sleep. So when we wake up, we don't even feel like we've slept because we haven't gone into REM or deep sleep. So the patch is supposed to help with that because it gives continuous pain relief even during the night. But I'm still worried even that is not going to be enough. What was I going to say? I've forgotten what I was going to say. Yeah, the sleep is, I've had to decide, yeah, that was it. Because of the sleep deprivation I've had over the past 6 months, my brain is just, I'm not processing information anymore. I need to have a break from social media. So I'm not pushing people away. I just need, my brain just literally can't process information because I'm not restoring my brain during sleep. So I'm just having to cut off the social media for a few weeks. So I won't be speaking to anyone on the occipital neuralgia support group or on Facebook. I won't be on there. And my last thing will just be to post this on YouTube for Victoria to give it to you. So I think that's it. So it's about £600 or £700 now short of the amount needed to get pulsed radio frequency to the occipital nerves, the next procedure. So that's where we're at now in the GoFundMe. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay.